Welcome to our exploration of Automatic 1111, a powerful Stable Diffusion program that gives more control than what we have experienced in Fooocus. Fooocus provides high-quality outputs with minimal effort, while Automatic 1111 is a bit more complex but expands our ability to control the generation process. In this lesson, we'll show you the basic controls of Automatic 1111.
We are looking at our primary dashboard in Automatic 1111, and you can see there are a lot of settings and options. Fortunately, we don't have to worry about most of these yet. At the top of the screen, you can see a series of tabs. In this course, we are going to work with text to image. We will go into a much deeper exploration of text to image in our Intro to Stable Diffusion course, and then teach image to image and the use of ControlNet in our Foundations of Stable Diffusion course. As this is our first exposure to this application, we will start with a simple introduction. At the core of Automatic 1111, we have the same three boxes we had when using Fooocus: the prompt box, the generate button, and the image box. Let's type in a basic prompt as we would in Fooocus. This top text box, which says prompt, is where we can type in the prompt. Images take time to generate, but to keep things efficient, we will skip the generation process. We'll start with a simple prompt of castle and generate. Here we can see our simple castle image. This simple illustration is to demonstrate that the basic structures you already understand from our study of Fooocus will still be enough to produce images in Automatic 1111. Now let's look at a few of the exciting features in Automatic 1111. Right below the prompt box we use to create the picture of the castle is another prompt box that says negative prompt. A negative prompt is the opposite of a prompt, technically a positive prompt. Whatever you type into the negative prompt box will be removed from your image. This is especially helpful when creating humans. Negative prompts like nude or NSFW, not suitable for work, will make sure you don't produce anything you didn't want to generate, especially if you're in a place that you don't want those types of images to show. You can also eliminate unwanted aspects of generation by using this negative prompt box. We will discuss more ways to use the negative prompt in our next course, Intro to Stable Diffusion. Now let's do a more extensive example of a prompt, and one that we will use a negative prompt for. We have entered the prompt, elegant sorceress with flowing robes and a staff topped with a crystal, casting a spell in a dark, mystical cave. By entering these two negative prompts, we are ensuring our sorceress does not generate in a form that we may not want on a work screen. As you can see, our image shows that our sorceress is indeed clothed. Now, this does not mean that all generations of people are without clothes if you do not enter those prompts. Most will not be. However, as you develop more advanced prompting skills, these negative prompts may become quite helpful. Moving back to our settings, we move down a little farther under the Generation tab. We can see a batch size slider. This is where you can choose how many images you want to generate simultaneously. For example, if you slide this to 3, Automatic 1111 will generate 3 images when you press the Generate button. The default we saw in Fooocus was 2 images. Here, you have direct control over the number of images generated right on the primary dashboard.
You now have the foundational tools necessary to create images in Automatic 1111. In our next lesson, we will spend a bit more time discussing prompting in Automatic 1111. In the meantime, put your newly learned skills to use by creating some basic images of your own in this new application.